8 cards in hand, no lands, Sphere of Resistance on board. Yes! We won a game! Alright, we're going to be playing another Vintage Masters draft. Let's see what we're dealing with here. We have a Masticore, which seems like a pretty good artifact creature. We have a Deathreap Ritual. Draw a card if a creature died this turn. Seems good in like a black-green value deck. Hymn to Turok seems kind of hilariously funny to me. It's just like a mean thing to do to people. Deep Analysis, good draw power. Nature's Lore if we wanted to ramp. I don't know how good this card is. I've never actually played with it. I feel like discarding a card every turn really sucks. But like it should just dominate the board. We'll take it. I don't know if we're playing it though. Alright, what are we looking at? Quite a bit of red, quite a bit of blue. Burning of Genier. Destroy 4 lands you control, destroy 4 lands they control, and then 4 damage to each creature. So, Wildfire, but it destroys instead of sacrifices. Let's see. Aether Mutation. Bounce a creature and get X Saprolings, where X is the mana cost. Aftershock. Destroy target artifact, creature, or land. I don't know what we're playing yet. And I kind of want to force Storm. I'm going to take Burning of Genier. I don't know if there's enough artifact mana to make this worth it. Let's see. Cruel Bargain. Draw 4 cards. Lose half your life. Round it up. A Goblin Center enters the battlefield. Destroy target land. Could we be playing land destruction? Oh, that'd be evil if we could pull that off. Oh, I don't know if I can do that though. Cruel Bargain. 4 cards for 3 mana and half your life. It goes in a very specific deck. Ooh, I don't know. I kind of want to play a land destruction-y deck if we can. That'd be sweet. I'm going to take Cruel Bargain because it's a rare. Looks like there's a lot of black going around. Let's see. So 4 mana, 4/4 first strike. Take damage if your opponent doesn't have any creatures. 3 mana, 2/1 flyer. When it dies, all creatures get -1/-1. Nightscape Familiar. Blue spells and red spells cost 1 less to cast and has Regenerate. Kind of want to take Nightscape Familiar. I think this card's good. I see a Storm card. Oh, man. Krovokian Sorcerer. Discard a non-black card, draw a card. Discard a black card, draw 2 cards, and then discard 1. It would be really funny if we could play a land destruction deck. Just take like nothing but Aftershocks, Goblin Settlers, and top it off with Burning of Genier. I don't think that would actually be viable, but it would be hilarious. Other than that, we would take like... We don't have anything that's like committing us to Storm, and I think Aftershock's a good card. Also think Krosan Tusker's pretty decent. Now this seems like the kind of card I want to be playing. No, Kano, what are you gonna do? One moment. I'm taking Sphere. I'm not saying it's good, but I'm saying I might play it. Lake of the Dead? Ooh. That seems kind of nasty. And there's a lot of... Ooh, destroy target non-swamp land? Are you kidding me? And play black-red land destruction? Oh. And it's 3 mana. I'm doing it. We're taking every card that says destroy a land. I don't think this deck is going to win a single game, but I'm playing it. Let's see. Nothing in red here that we really want. The only black card is Adel. Decent white cards. Good blue card. I'm gonna take Addle. I don't know if we're playing it though. Mesmeric Fiend is Disruption. Scourge Familiar. A way to get more black mana. And this is 4 damage to each creature, not like with each creature without flying. I'm gonna take Mesmeric Fiend. Aftershock came around. We'll take Aftershock. We're gonna be losing a lot of life. Because we're taking... If we're playing Cruel Bargain, we're gonna lose half our life, and we're gonna take at least 6 damage. Oh dear. The good news is if we play against Storm, we should just win with a Sphere of Resistance. Oh my god, yes. We're doing it. We are doing it. We just need like a broken way to get a like a Dark Ritual or two. And this deck is gonna go from good to great. Or should I say bad to awful. Nightscape Familiar lets us curve from 2 into Aftershock. This is a tutor for a land destruction spell. Otherwise, Urborg Uprising is probably pretty good. Yeah, we'll take Urborg Uprising. I don't know that we're playing any of these cards in any circumstances. I mean, I guess we could get like a Taiga or something, but... Okay, Goblin Commando is actually just a decent card. Chimeric Idol. We'll take it. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to that land's controller. Oh man. Can we play this? I don't know if this is playable under any circumstances. Even in a deck like ours, regardless, I don't think anybody's gonna take this. Because I want to take, like, Goblin Commando or Mesmeric Fiend. I feel like you play this in an aggressive deck, not in a land destruction deck. Let's put it that way. I'm going to take Goblin Commando. Because if we can get enough land destruction spells to keep our opponent off of a decent number of lands, they're going to have small creatures that we can just shock with these. Oh, look, a Taiga! Oh god. Oh no. Let's see. Gush. Pillaging Horde. Yeah, I'm gonna take Taiga. I don't think we're running Orcish Lumberjack, but we might. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Well, we can splash it. That lets us buy back a land destruction spell. I'm gonna do it. Thawing Glaciers. Search your library for basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, shuffle your library, and put it back in your hand at the beginning of the next cleanup step. So it's just a way to like get a bunch of lands out of the deck. That seems really good. It also technically is a way to fix our mana. Oh my gosh. There's a bunch of really broken cards that I'm just completely ignoring, like Frantic Search, Battle Screech. I originally wanted to play Storm and thought about forcing it, but this is going to be way more fun for me, even if I lose horribly. Okay. Caldera Lake, Brago, Solar Blast. I think we take Choking Sands. I guess Chimeric Idol is a way to like win the game after we've blown up tons of lands. Alright, what do we have here? Null Rod, Simian Grunts, Spark Spray. Is Null Rod worth anything? It is not. I'm gonna take Spark Spray. It's kind of a removal spell. Sort of. Okay, Barrenmore is decent. Kindle is good. I'm gonna take Kindle. Goblin Trenches. Oh man, this is a card that wins games. And there's 2 of them in this pack, along with a Beetleback Chief and a Kindle. We have no way to splash for it. We could just drop black and go like red-white, because this card is good. If we wanted to stay on the current game plan, which is not a good one, we would take Kindle or Beetleback Chief. I'm going to take Goblin Trenches. I don't think we're playing Goon or Buzzard. We're going to put Exile on the sideboard just in case we do decide to play white. Pillaging Horde seems like a decent aggro card. Solar Blast is good. Pretty much either way we decide to go. We'll take Wall of Diffusion. We might need it. Triangle of War is kind of derpy removal. I used to have a Korean Choking Sands in paper. I don't know if I still do or do not. Skirk Drill Sergeant, always good to have random goblins. Alright, pack 3, our rare is Baleful Force. There's a Nightscape Familiar, a Chainer's Edict. Honestly, I kind of want to get Baleful Force. This card is one of my favorite cards of all time. I played it a lot in EDH when I played that format. I don't know that we could ever cast this, but seems like fun. Probably want to actually take Nightscape Familiar. This card's probably going to wheel. Not that we would take it even if it did. Demonic Tutor. Demonic Tutor is a really good card. It's go and get the card that you need the most. Alternatively, there's Famine, which we could use as another board wipe. I kind of like Tutor here, so I think I'm going to take Tutor. I might be wrong. Alright, we've got an Aftershock and a Choking Sands. Ooh. Let's see, what else is in our colors here? Zalfiran Crusader, Deftblade Elite, Shelter. I'm going to take Aftershock. Aftershock seems like the least likely of these 2 spells to wheel. Technically, this is the worst deck I think I've ever played that has 4 rares and a mythic in it. Okay, what do we got? Parallax Wave. Swords is really good. Mana Prism is ramp and fixing, plus artifact mana is overpowered with a burning effect like this. I think we take the Mana Prism. There's a bunch of good cards in this pack that I would love to have, but I think the Mana Prism is what we need. Between Mana Prism and Taiga, we could actually probably splash this Regrowth. Not amazingly well, but we can. Alright, what are we dealing with? Another Nightscape Familiar. There's a Chainer's Edict. Do we have any actual removal? We have Kindle, Spark Spray, Solar Blast. Aftershock is also removal. Can destroy creatures. Chainer's Edict seems decent. I'm going to take Chainer's Edict. Alright, let's see. Choking Sands. Mountain Valley. So a slow fetch land. We do have a Taiga. I think I'm just going to take the Choking Sands. It's really sad this isn't a Badlands, because it'd make our mana so much better. Karn, Silver Golem. Target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact creature with power and toughness equal to its converted mana cost. I kind of like that as a way to win, because we can animate our Sphere of Resistance, Mana Prism or Masticore? Yeah, I'm gonna take Karn. It's a castable card. Alright, what are we dealing with? Probably take Barrenmoor here, in case we get too much black mana. Because we're going to need a lot, because we have a lot of double black. We don't have enough goblins for Ringleader. We do have a number of goblins, but not enough. A number is not enough. You know, my luck is I'm going to take the 3-mana land destruction that says destroy target non-swamp land and play against only mono black from here on out. Yay, Baleful Force. That's a big dumb way to win the game. Symbiotic Worm. We're not playing any of these. Yeah, we're not. We're not playing any of these. Woo! One more Choking Sands for the pile. I don't think we're going to play Cruel Bargain. We're going to be losing a lot of life off of Aftershocks and theoretically a Baleful Force. We're almost certainly not running white. We'll take another Wall of Diffusion. We might need it once again, and it does survive burning. We'll take a Tangle. Random Goblin. And random Armor of Thorns. Alright, we need to cut 2 cards out of our deck. We have 7 land destruction spells. 8 if you count Goblin Settler. Oh no. We also have a Burning of Genier. I'm gonna cut Chainer's Edict unless I'm playing against somebody who is casting big dudes every turn. And I'm gonna cut, against my better judgment, Chimeric Idol. And we're gonna run 9 swamps, 8 mountains. I'll run a Barrenmoor over a swamp. No reason to run the Taiga at all. And we'll run a Thawing Glaciers over a mountain. Alrighty then. Yeah, it's a pile of 40 cards. Let's see what we can do. Alright. Round 1. I would love to play first. I'm going to need all the help I can get. And that's not a hand. So we're going to mulligan. Okay, I can imagine worse hands. We'll keep. We're going to put back a Spark Spray. Start Swamp. Pass the turn. We'd like to draw some Choking Sands here. Mountain's also nice. I'm going to play a Sphere of Resistance to hopefully disrupt our opponent's turn 2 because they had no turn 1. We draw Demonic Tutor. We'll play a Swamp. We'll play a 3-mana Nightscape Familiar. Pass the turn. Opponent has no 2-drops. Excellent. So we'll play... we'll get in for 1. Oh, this is awful. What are we doing? And Demonic Tutor. We are going to get Goblin Settler. Pass the turn. Opponent cycles a Krosan Tusker. They're picking up an island. So they are mostly blue. They play an island. And they play a Waterfront Bouncer. We draw a Burning of Genier. So we're going to play a regular price Goblin Settler. I want to blow up an island. But we're We're gonna blow up the forest. Because I don't think there's anything... Okay. Yeah, that seems fine. You want to bounce our settler to our hand? Because that'd be awesome. Oh, opponent's got nothing. We draw a Masticore. What do we do? So we could kindle the bouncer. They'll bounce the familiar. That uses up that uses up 2 mana to do that. We can't do anything else. I think we're just gonna play a Masticore. No, we're not gonna play a Masticore. We're not gonna play a Masticore because they can just bounce it in response to its trigger. I mean, I guess that doesn't really do anything. Alright, we're gonna get rid of their discard outlet. They're putting Arrogant Worm into play with Madness. That uses all of their mana. If we draw a land, we can cast Burning of Jin-Yi. Oh, no, we can't, because we're Nightscape Familiar's in hand now. Aftershock, not bad. I honestly think we just Aftershock like an island. Opponent plays a forest. They get in for 4, sure. They play an Aquamoeba. Okay. We draw Barrenmoor. So we played Nightscape Familiar, leaving up mana to regenerate it. Play Barrenmoor, pass the turn. Opponent goes attacking for 4. We might as well chump and prevent 1 damage, because we're not doing anything else. Go to 10. Hopefully our opponent commits more to the board. There it is. They discard Temporal Fissure and play a Lonely Sandbar. We draw Solar Blast. Okay. I think we just fire off Burning. Yeah. So unless they have like a circular logic, they can't answer this. So Burning resolves. We pass. Opponent's turn. Nothing. Our turn. We draw a Spark Spray. That's pretty nice. We get a Swamp. Please, please, please. Choking Sands off the top. 2 mana Brainstorm for our opponent. They play a Lonely Sandbar. Alright. You deck, you know what to do. Choking Sands. Oh my lord. We can't cast it. Dang it, deck. Why did you do what I asked for? Give me a land, please. Any land that's not Thawing Glaciers. Alright, thank you. Thank you for listening to me. I think we're just gonna cut them off of green. This would suck if they have a counterspell, but we're already doing meaner things. Power Sink. Counter target spell unless they pay 1. Alright. They get to keep their forest. They don't have anything. Play Nightscape Familiar. Pass the turn. We can now cast Solar Blast normally. Opponent casts an Obsessive Search. They play a forest. Alright, we untap. We draw Thawing Glaciers. Okay. Go to combat. Get in for 1. Play Thawing Glaciers. Pass the turn. The Sphere of Resistance seems to be doing work. Rescind. They are tired of our Sphere of Resistance shenanigans. Sure. They play an island. And pass. Okay. We draw Choking Sands. So first things first, get in for 1. Opponent takes it. Recast Sphere of Resistance. The only way they bounce it is if they have a way to answer it. Okay, Frantic Search. Sure. Frantically trying to find an answer for this sphere. Circular Logic discarded. Okay. They will be able to counter Sphere. Sure. We will not pay 18, no. Yeah, we're just gonna wait, because we can do this on our opponent's turn. They play an island. They have a Future Sight. It's actually a little bit scary. We're gonna go get a mountain. We draw Mesmeric Fiend. Alright, let's take a peek at what's going on in that hand. Choking Tethers, Circular Logic. Well, take the Circular Logic. Play Thawing Glaciers. Yeah, we'll nuke an island. Get in for 1. That they can't cast. Sweet. They could theoretically draw into another land, which will let them Roar of the Worm. Okay, we get a mountain. So I think now we attack and then we play Masticore. Really hoping they don't have a land on top of their deck after Roar of the Worm. Okay, pass the turn. Okay, opponent cycles Choking Tethers. Gonna tap down Masticore. They draw land. Another land on top. They play the land off the top. Another land. They Roar of the Worm. Sure. We go and get a mountain. Thawing Glaciers bounces back to our hand. We untap. We discard mountain. Draw swamp. So we can ping a creature 3 times. Play Thawing Glaciers. Pass the turn. So if they attack with a worm, we can regen, and ping to kill the worm. Our opponent might actually deck out before they can win. That'd be pretty sweet. Okay, they flashback Roar of the Worm. They saw right through the charade. Yeah, but that's the last Choking Tethers they have. We do need to draw something really good, though. When it gets in for 6, we go to 4. We are going to cycle Solar Blast, ping our opponent for 1. Draw a card. We draw Choking Sands. Okay, we discard Swamp. We draw Mana Prism, which doesn't do... Do these have Trample, actually? They do not have Trample. We are not dead yet. That is excellent news. I, for some reason, was thinking this had Trample. I shouldn't have played that. Alright, well, we'll make do with what my punts give us. Opponent gets a rescind. Oh, dang it. They they rescind Masticore. There's nothing we can do about it. They Mana War a Mesmeric Fiend, and we lose. They only have 3 cards left in their library. I just want to point that out. Oh, let's see. I think we do want Chainer's Edict. We might want Addle. We're getting rid of Spark Spray. And Solar Blast. Try it like this. Alright, we'll play first. Our opponent looks like they sided in one extra card. This is turn 2 cost reducer into turn 3 land destruction with enough lands to cast anything on our deck. So I think we actually have to keep. Opponent starts Forest. Let's hope they have a land light hand. Play a mountain, play Nightscape Familiar, pass the turn. Opponent plays an island and a Wild Mongrel. Alright, we draw Goblin Commando, we'll play a Swamp, play Goblin Settler, destroy the island, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Forest. Does not attack. We draw a Masticore. Play a mountain. Go to combat. Attack for 1. Opponent blocks. This way they have to discard 2 cards if they want to keep it alive. Ping Wild Mongrel. They discard Roar of the Worm. They discard a Rescind. Okay. Sure. We'd really like a land destruction spell. Like, really badly. No attacks from our opponent. We draw a mountain. Play a mountain. Play Masticore. Is hard casting Circular Logic? Okay, Power Sink. Yeah, nothing we can do about that. Pass the turn. Opponent draws a Forest, plays a Forest, and flashes back Roar of the Worm. We draw a Baleful Force, and we're only 2 lands away from casting it. It's not actually that bad. Now, whether or not it resolves is a different issue. Opponent goes attacking. We block. Regenerate. Untap. Draw a Swamp. Play a Swamp. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Lonely Sandbar. We'll just chump here. We draw a Mana Prism. And go to combat. We'll attack for 2. I have a feeling our opponent has a counterspell. And if they counterspell this Baleful Force, it's going to be pretty bad for us. Yeah, I think we still have to cast it. Our opponent has a lot of counterspells. They have at least 2 Circular Logics. Yeah. Dang. I don't think there was anything else we could top deck that would force them to use that. They will not pay 3 for Circular Logic, no. So our biggest threat gets countered, and we're going to take quite a big backswing here. No blocks. Take 8, go to 10. Okay, opponent passes, we draw a mountain. Play a Mana Prism. Pass the turn. Opponent's gonna go bounce Nightscape Familiar, sure. We'll attempt to block here. Opponent will likely throw away something to kill it. Yep, they discard a Temporal Fissure. That's game, unfortunately. Well, see you guys round 2. Alright, different day, round 2. We'd love to play first. We've got... Let's see... If we draw a mountain, this hand could be really good, getting us a turn 3 Aftershock, but we have to draw a mountain, I think, turn 2 for that to work. Then it'd be like mountain... I guess not, because we'd have to Demonic Tutor. Worst case scenario, we Demonic Tutor for a mountain. I'm gonna keep. It's probably a terrible keep, but... We'll play a Swamp, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Rocky Tar Pit. We draw a Swamp. Play Nightscape Familiar. Pass the turn. They sacrifice Rocky Tar Pit for a Swamp. Play a Mountain. And a Nightscape Familiar. Okay. We draw Mesmeric Fiend. So I think this turn... I think we Mesmeric Fiend this turn, get a peek at what's going on in their hand. If we Aftershock any lands, they're going to have to be swamps because we have so many choking whatevers. Oh gosh, okay. Giant Strength, Falter, Hulking Goblin, Goblin Commando, Kindle, and Skirk Prospector. I think we take the Prospector. I'm trying to cut him off as much mana as possible. Pass the turn. Opponent probably Kindle here, maybe? They Spark Spray off the top of their deck. Sure. We draw a mountain. That's pretty good. So we Demonic Tutor here. Getting a mountain. Play a mountain. We will Spark Spray their Nightscape Familiar. Get in for 1. So if our opponent Kindles here, okay. They play a Hulking Goblin. Still no lands. We draw a Swamp. So play a mountain. We're going to Aftershock this Swamp. Now if we could draw a Choking Sands, it'd be great. Opponent plays an Orcish Lumberjack. Gets in for 2. We will not block. Go to 15. We draw Sphere of Resistance. That's actually really hilarious. If we play this, they can't even cast their removal and stuff if they draw a land. Yeah, we're gonna play that. We can hold off 1 turn on playing Karn. That feels really dirty. Opponent gonna get in for 3. We'll take it. Go to 12. Untap. We draw a Choking Sands. Oh yes. Yes, it's working. It's alive. It's really a live draw. Oh my god. Oh, this is perfect. Feels dirty. Opponent still technically should have attacked. We draw a mountain. Let's see. Yeah, let's do this. Make them sad. 8 cards in hand, no lands, Sphere of Resistance on board. Yes! We won a game! Oh, yes. Oh, man. I don't know about you guys, but I feel great. Oh, we're just going to run it back. I think we are in a really bad matchup and we got really lucky. But if our opponent is Landlight again, like, whew, they're going to have a bad time. Yeah, we'll keep this. Opponent starts Mountain. Pass his turn. We draw a Swamp. Play a Swamp. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Hulking Goblin. We untap. We draw Burning of Genier. Play Nightscape Familiar. Pass the turn. Well, if our opponent floods the board and we Burning, oh my gosh, we might actually win a match. Opponent Spark Sprays our Familiar. Takes us off 1 mana for burning there. Gets in for 2. We take it. We draw a mountain. So play a swamp. Cast Mana Prism. Next turn we do have Goblin Commando. Or Karn. Opponent cycles a Chartooth Cougar, getting to the 4th land. They play a Rocky Tar Pit and cast a Goblin Warchief. We will definitely be commandoing that. 100%. Goblins gets nasty when its whole team has haste. Can we draw Kindle? Kindle's pretty decent. So we'll play Goblin Commando, snipe the Warchief, pass the turn. And now we're to the point where we don't even need to burning right away. Not unless they do dump their whole hand onto the board. I was going to say, they have a mountain they haven't played yet. We are going to trade here. Okay, we draw Aftershock. While hilarious, we're going to play Karn here, as it's our best clock. Because next turn we can animate this prism, kindle something, and get in. But it plays a mountain. And plays a Pillaging Horde. Well, that's going to get Aftershocked. They discard a mountain. We'd like to draw land here. Perfect. So we Aftershock the Pillaging Horde and just casually wrecking ball them. Animate our Mana Prism. Get in for 7. Opponent goes to 13. We pass. They play a mountain. And scoop it up. That's the match. Oh my gosh, we actually won one. Yes. I'll see you guys in round 3. Alright, moving on to round 3. After an excellent round 2, we'd love to play first. Once again, this hand is actually really good. We will keep. If we draw a mountain, we're going to have Stone Rain, basically. Start swamp. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a swamp. We untap. We draw. Mountain. Perfect. Play Nightscape Familiar. Pass back. Opponent plays a forest. We untap. We draw. Choking Sands. Well, that's going to be very excellent. But first, we Aftershock the swamp. Pass the turn. We should have attacked, but I was too excited. If we draw a swamp, we're going to Choking Sands. Otherwise, we're going to play Mana Prism. Opponent plays a swamp. We draw a swamp. Choking Sands the forest. Oh gosh, this is so mean. Oh, nothing has given me this many jollies since I don't know how long. Oh, our opponent is on tilt. They have 8 cards in hand and 1 land. They discard Symbiotic Worm. We should watch out for a reanimation spell. I feel like that could be dangerous. We'll play a Prismatic Prism, or Mana Prism, excuse me. Cast Mesmeric Fiend, take a look at their hand, and make sure nothing scary that's a low drop is happening. They have an Animate Dead. So we're definitely taking the Animate Dead. Nostalgic Dreams. Yeah, take an Animate Dead. Whew! That was scary. Hey, what are you doing? You shouldn't be over there. Sorry, the dog's getting into something he shouldn't be. Take this. One. Okay. We untap. We draw a swamp. That's not a May. Go to combat. Attack, attack. So they played a swamp. They do have a forest, so they can cycle Krosan Tusker. Okay, so first thing we do is regenerate there. We Goblin Commando, and we have to target one of our own creatures, but thankfully we have regeneration. So we can play our 4 mana 2/2. It's only 4 mana because it's got its cost reduced. Alright, we draw Choking Sands. Alright, we'll go to combat. Get in with everything. Opponent goes to 12. Choking Sands a forest. Your opponent's going to cycle Corrosive Tusker in response. Yep. They grab a forest. They lose a forest. They play their forest. Untap. We draw Spark Spray. We're going to cycle. Yes! Go to combat. Hit him for 4. Take him to 8. Aftershock of the Forest. Oh, they have another Corrosive Tusker? What's this? That's not fair. Says the man who's cast 5 Stone Rains. Oh, they get a forest, sure. Opponent plays their forest. Oh, they finally have something else to play. Chainer's Edict. I guess we sacrifice Nightscape Familiar. We draw Sphere of Resistance. Perfect. Oh, this is like what we wanted to do every single game this league. Oh, it's so nasty. Play Sphere of Resistance. Pass the turn. Opponent cycles Corrosive Tusker. Number 3? Oh, man. Plays a forest. They have to discard a Symbiotic Worm. We draw Barrenmoor. We'll cycle. Get a mountain. Okay. Get in for 3. Take our opponent to 2. We'll hold this mountain. Well, we gotta have something this turn. It's a Masticore. Sure, we draw. Demonic Tutor tutors up Kindle and Kindles our opponent for game. Yes! Oh, it's so perfect. Oh, it's horrible. Who let me do this? Which one of you? Which one of you let me do this? This is your fault. Oh, gosh. Well, we're definitely playing Chainer's Edict over Spark Spray because our opponent's just playing huge creatures. Oh. I don't think we'll actually beat them. I sincerely have my doubts because I feel like their strategy on average is just better than ours. But if we keep having games like that, good lord. Alright, Nightscape Familiar. We have Choking Sands. We do have Burning. Not a bad hand. We are on the draw, though. Okay, our opponent starts Swamp. We draw another Choking Sands. So we start Swamp. Hopefully our opponent starts playing some forests. They do not. Okay, we draw an Aftershock. If we draw a mountain or a swamp, we'll be in a really good spot. Our only bad land top deck is Barrenmoor. Oh, excuse me. Opponent plays a Death's Head Buzzard. We draw Thawing Glaciers. Well, that does get us to where we need to go, just not quickly. Pass the turn. Opponent gonna get in for 2. That's fine. We untap. We draw a mountain. Mountain's pretty good here. So we'll get in for 1. Aftershock a swamp. Opponent Chainer's Edict makes a sack. Gets in for 2. We go to 13. They missed a land drop. That's really important. So we're going to cycle. Hopefully we hit a land here. Yeah, baby. All right. Get a swamp. Now we're in business. Oh, man. Our opponent plays a forest. We untap. We draw mountain. Choking Sands the forest. Play Thawing Glaciers. Pass the turn. Oh, man. This could not be going better right now. Oh, this is so dirty. We draw Mesmeric Fiend. Oh man, so we could Burning of Jinier and just make them sack all of their lands, and then because that would leave us with like swamp or mountain thawing glaciers, probably swamp thawing glaciers. Oh, that would be so great. We're gonna play Mesmeric Fiend just to make sure that nothing screwy is going on. Because if we give them a card back and they have no lands, it doesn't matter. Okay, the thing they are closest to casting is Masticore. So we're going to take that. They have a Living Death and Animate Dead, though. Which neither of those things matter if they have no lands. So we're going to play a mountain. Pass the turn. I guess there's no reason not to do this right now. Get a swamp. Pick up Thawing Glaciers. Opponent plays Recurring Nightmare. Sack a creature, return it to its hand, reanimate a creature card to the battlefield. That seems pretty dirty. They don't have any creatures that can play off one more land, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to wait. We'll play Thawing Glaciers. Get in for one. Opponent. This is bad because it is an onboard reanimation spell. And a really good one at that. Goblin Commando, bad if it's your only creature because it has to shoot itself. Oh, man. Come on. Alright, we draw. I was hoping they would like blow an Animate Dead on a freaking Death's Head Buzzard just to have something on board. Okay, so we can play a mountain and play Baleful Force this turn. Which is definitely what we're going to do. Because our opponent just has no way to answer that right now. And it survives Burning of Jinier. Yes, I knew this card was going to be good. Oh man, Karn! We got Karn! How are you going to beat that? It's Karn! Opponent finally plays a forest. They got something. They cycle Elvish Aberration for a forest. Do they have anything else to play? Animate Dead. They're going to Animate Dead the Elvish Aberration. Okay, we untap, we lose a life. Draw a card. We draw Aftershock. So I think what we do here... We attack with Mesmeric Fiend. And if they block, we just Burning. That seems good to me. They're going to know something's up, because nobody makes this attack. But, like... Okay. How much mana do we have? 9? So we can, like, Burning of Jinier and Choking Sands. Except why would we do that? We could Aftershock and Choking Sands this turn. I actually think that's a little safer. We probably should have attacked with Baleful Force. Okay, let's go get another swamp. Oh, this is the meanest thing I think I've ever done in a game of Magic. We got Goblet Settler! Oh no! Oh no! Opponent plays their forest. They have a Putrid Imp. So they can discard something huge. Like a Penumbra Worm. That's pretty bad for us. I guess we should have Burninged last turn regardless, just to take them off of like any action forever. They replay Recurring Nightmare. They sack and get back Elvish Aberration. Okay, we draw a card, we lose 1 life. And it's a Masticore. Actually, does that just like make our opponent sad forever? So we can get up to 11 mana. We can ping something 3 times. So if we attack with Baleful Force and they double block, we can kill both their creatures. Yeah, we're gonna need to get rid of Baleful Force anyway. So attack with Baleful Force. No blocks from our opponent. Oh, we should have attacked with Mesmeric Fiend too, because then we could have double commandoed if they blocked with the Aberration. Play Settler. Blow up a forest. Play Thawing Glaciers. Play Karn, because Karn blocks pretty effectively. We draw an Aftershock. Oh, our opponent could Living Death here. We would get back... Okay, we might actually be in a really, really bad spot now. I got overzealous because we were doing mean things. Nostalgic Dreams, picking up Animate Dead and a Forest. Sure. They discarded Predatory Night Stalker and Penumbra Worm. And they Living Death. Okay. Okay, so we have to sack a creature. I think we're still in a good spot here, because we can... So we play a mountain. We Burning. We kill everything but Penumbra Worm. But then we have to play something to block the token. Like, we definitely have to Burning of Jinier here. There's just no way that's not happening. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If only this was an actual land, we could Masticore and ping that for 1. So I think we have to Goblin Commando it. But we're going to have a little bit of trouble next turn. I don't think they're holding any of these cards anymore. So we kill the front half of Penumbra Worm. They get a 6/6 token. They attack, we block, and we go to 1. So we untap, we draw Nightscape Familiar. Oh, if only we could Aftershock. So we can play Masticore, Nightscape Familiar, and die. Oh! We can't gain life, otherwise we could Aftershock. We can't play Masticore and Goblin Commando. Very close. Very close. Going to game 3. I have to go in 9 minutes, so I hope I can play fast. Yeah, run it back. I might just have to turn the camera off and then like speed through this, because if I'm sitting here and providing commentary, I don't know that we're actually going to make it. I know that's a lot less entertaining, but our opponent is sandbagging us pretty hard here. All right, we'd like to play first. Not great, but we will keep. Start Swamp, cycle Barrenmoor, get a Choking Sands, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Forest. We untap, we draw Sphere of Resistance, which we're actually going to play. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Swamp. We untap, we draw Masticore. Play a Mountain, play Nightscape Familiar. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Swamp, but then has nothing. We draw another Nightscape Familiar. So play a Thawing Glaciers, play Nightscape Familiar. Get in for 1. Would really like to draw a Swamp. Opponent cycles a Krosan Tusker, sure. They pick up a Swamp. They play a Death's Head Buzzard. We draw a Solar Blast, which we will cycle here. You know, I don't always think all the way through what I'm doing, especially when I'm in a hurry. This is one of those times. Oh, dang it. I just set myself back like 3 turns. I was like, kill it! I think I just punted the game. Putrid Imp. Okay. We draw a Baleful Force. Well, let's go get a swamp. Pray it's not too late. It almost certainly is. So get another swamp. We get back Thawing Glaciers. There was like no reason to do that too. Opponent played a forest. They're still holding a swamp. They play a Masticore, sure. We draw a swamp. Play Thawing Glaciers, Choking Sands. Pass the turn. Opponent discards their swamp. Plays a forest. Plays a Fyndhorn Elves. Gets in for 5, sure. We untap, we draw. Mesmeric Fiend. Play a swamp. Play a Mana Prism. Tutor out a mountain. Pass the turn. We really do need Burning of Genier here. That's like the only way we can come back from this, even sort of. Opponent discards another swamp. Opponent Nostalgic Dreams back like all of their Krosan Tuskers. Gets in for 6. We go to 8. We draw a mountain. Play mountain. Play Masticore. Ping. Actually, yeah, ping Putrid Imp. Oh, you know what? I'm dumb. I'm so dumb on so many levels. Oh gosh, now we're taking 6. We won't be able to Aftershock. I should have just waited and held up Regenerate. Oh, this is atrocious. I have to leave in like 2 minutes. Literally no joke. Oh, I should have waited to record this match. It was still good though. Even if, yeah, we are almost certainly going to lose, but you know what? We need Burning of Genier off the top. That's 7. They can't ping us, right? Yeah. Okay, we need Burning of Genier off the top or we lose. Well, we had a good run. We really did. We did some nasty things to people, and karma finally caught up to us. So we're going to play a Baleful Force and go out on our own terms. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this content. Please, 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 if you really enjoyed this content, like it, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're so inclined. We always do silly crap like this. So I hope I see you guys in the next video. Bye. Oh, good Lord.